Welcome to the design thinking journey of the Possibility Architects. To properly begin, we must talk about the initial design challenge that we have been presented with: how to best improve student governance in the Honors College. Based off of this challenge, our team developed our team problem statement. Our team's final problem statement reflects this with the aim to foster an environment in which these relationships can flourish, with an emphasis on creating barrier-free opportunities for faculty/administration and students to openly communicate. Now, we had to actually tackle the problem. So, how are we going to come up with a solution? In order to start, we had to first gain some information. To begin, we mapped out which people within the Honors College were the largest stakeholders in our innovations. We then conducted interviews in order to gain stakeholder input and to hear about their experiences within the Honors College. These interviews helped us to gain insight into the unmet needs of the stakeholders. For additional research, we scoured through databases and peer-reviewed journals to find articles and studies on similar issues at different universities. The insights from our interviews and research bibliographies were written on sticky notes and eventually posted on our team affinity map. But as the affinity map kept going, we needed to organize our insights into categories. Through finding these affinities and insights, we were able to identify unmet needs of the stakeholders. These needs were expressed in statements and became our innovation platform.
The first need statement to address was that honors faculty or administration and students need modes of communication that address and mitigate mutual fears and anxieties around communication. The second need statement that we discovered was that honors students, faculty, and administration need more time allocated to meaningful communication. Throughout almost all of our interviews and even in some previous research, we found that a lack of free time is a prominent issue for students, faculty, and administration. The final need statement to be addressed was that honors students, faculty, and administration need a bridge between the varying locations that they are able to meet. These need statements were all considered separately and together in order to decide the main issues to design for. Next, we developed 5 separate innovations that will address these identified needs. With a yes and mindset, our team generated multiple innovations for our need statements previously mentioned. Our first innovation was a do-something environment that would bring faculty and students together for informal, creative, and playful problem-solving activities aimed at fostering greater communication and rapport building. Our second innovation was to redesign honor spaces to be more comfortable and collaborative. Our third innovation was to have year-long challenges between students and faculty. Our fourth innovation was to generate professional calendars that include both the faculty's office hours and events they may recommend to their students. Our final innovation was to create out-of-office office hours that are informal and easy ways for students and faculty to collaborate and discuss ideas surrounding the Honors College with less anxiety and intimidation.
Through the design thinking process, we participated in collaborator debriefs that generated a lot of valuable feedback at specific stages in the design process, insights, innovations, and refinement of the final concepts. After receiving a large amount of input and different opinions and ideas on our top 5 innovations, we were able to whittle them down to our team's top 2 prototype concepts. Our first prototype is a co-creation lab. This will encompass a do-something environment to help get both students and faculty involved in honors together in more than just the academic world. Our second prototype was a faculty landing page. This will consist of a Google Calendar type widget that would be added to the already existing faculty page on the honors website. Faculty and administration would input their schedules, interests, and other events that they are attending in their own calendar. This would allow for easy access to both the students and faculty/administration to professional calendars of the honors faculty. After weeks of research, collaboration, and numerous changes to our team's problem statement, we finally got our 2 innovations down to 1. It took a lot of teamwork, patience, and following the design thinking process thoroughly through our stakeholder map and our affinity map to narrow it down to what would be best to solve the initial need statement we were presented with. With keeping both our stakeholders and need statements in mind, we evolved our top innovation into a fantastic new reality. Take it away, Rachel and Ryan.